In lesson 23, we're going to uncover more of the world's greatest closes. Close number 8, I don't have to sell you close. Use this with a prospect that is the know it all, who continually tries to demean or intimidate you by showing you how much they know about your product or services. Throughout your presentation, you can use stroking phrases like, of course, you know what a breakthrough this was in our industry, or, as you know, that's why this model has been so popular through the years, or, as you can see, we're still offering the same guarantee that you're so familiar with. After you've stroked their ego, at the close, you would say something like this. Well, Mr. Prospect, since you know so much about this, I can see I sure don't have to sell you. Let's just get the details out of the way so you can start enjoying one next week. Fair enough? Close number 9, the peace of mind close. This is probably the greatest natural close ever. You simply weave those magic words into your closing questions. Examples might be, wouldn't it be worth the peace of mind knowing that you're able to protect your hard-earned dollars against a possible currency collapse? Or, wouldn't you like having the peace of mind that you've wrapped your family in a blanket of security? Or, I know your wife will sleep better with the peace of mind knowing that you've protected your home with the best system available, correct? Close number 10, the minor detail close. The object here is to state the major question or objection, but before your prospect answers, immediately ask a minor detail question. If they answer the minor question, the majority decision will usually carry. It might go something like this. As I see it, the only decision that you have to make today is whether you want this for the 2 or the 3-year lease. By the way, do you want the billing date on the 1st or the middle of the month? Or you might say, I believe the only point that you have to decide on today is, will you receive enough extra life from this equipment to justify the additional investment? Oh, did you prefer immediate shipment or will a 60-day delivery be okay? Close number 11, explain price once close. This is another great close for it costs too much. You would simply say, Mr. Prospect, when we decided to come out with this line, we had to make a big decision, whether it would be easier to explain the price once or apologize for quality forever. Do you believe we made the right decision? Close 12, the triplicate of choice close. Remember the alternate choice? Well, this one works miracles because many times a prospect will set themselves up for a sale just to be a part of the majority, which is better than the minimum. It goes like this. The majority of our clients start with 2 units with an investment of $40K. Some who are even more liquid can take up to 3 units to start for $60K, and then there are those that because of other commitments and responsibilities, can only start with $20K for 1 unit. Which category do you feel you fit into most comfortably? Close number 13, I don't see any reason close. This is a form of the old benefit summary close. You might say, we both know you need a faster machine and ours will give you a 28% more output. We both know you need to conserve space and ours takes up half the room of your old outdated model. And we both know that you want to produce high quality work in your department and you agree that our model will give you photo perfect results. Based on all of that, I don't see any reason for not scheduling delivery, do you? Close number 14, keep up with the Joneses close. As you are aware, we are very proud to be a leader in business machines, just as you are a leader in your industry. Since this model is the finest we've ever produced, we are especially excited about offering it to you. Since you want to keep up to date with the latest technology, you'll be just as proud to own it as I am proud to make it available to you. What purchase order number will you be using? Close number 15, the next month close. If the prospect tells you that they are not ready for another month or so, you might say this: "Oh, that's no problem, since it doesn't make any difference to me whether you get it now or next month." Say, "I've got an idea. As long as you do want it next month, let's get the paperwork done now and save us both time, and you'll know that it'll be delivered next month when you really need it. What date next month did you want to schedule for delivery?" Close number 16. It just doesn't happen close. If the prospect wants to think about it, you might say, "Many people feel that they should think it over. However, most have found it to be counterproductive." And here's what I mean. I've been in this business for 3 years and have had hundreds of people tell me that they want to think about it and get back to me, but it just doesn't happen. Many people actually want to wait on a lower price, but more often than not, it just doesn't happen. Many people hope that they can make these kinds of phenomenal profits someplace else, but it usually just doesn't happen. You and I both know that leaders make it happen, and followers hope that it happens. Are you ready to make it happen? Close number 17. Memory lingers on close. Use this if the prospect says that it costs too much. You might say, "Years ago, my dad taught me a very important lesson in life about value. He explained that if we pay a little too much for something, we forget about those few extra dollars with the passing of time. He also told me that if we invest in something just because it's a bargain and it doesn't do the job, the memory of that disappointment lingers on forever." Do you believe my father was telling me the truth? Close number 18. Saying no is natural close. It goes something like this: "Mr. Prospect, I understand that saying no is natural. Saying yes to anything new is the real challenge that we face every day of our lives. I'm really glad that you didn't say never, because that would tell me that you really didn't have any interest, or that you really didn't want to improve your lifestyle, or that you really couldn't afford it, or that you've really just have been leading me on all this time. By saying no, you're telling me that you do want it, but you still feel uncomfortable. I want to assure you that's a natural feeling that everyone goes through. Here's a way to solve the challenge we have. I'm not going to ask you to say yes or no again. Instead, let's do what we both know must be done by completing the paperwork, right now, so you can get started enjoying this in your home tomorrow. What is your exact address? Now, let's discuss learning how to close after the close. Try for an add-on or upsell. Please appreciate that when someone buys from you, somewhere between 20 and 60% of them will buy something else on this same call. If it fits your product or service, try to make an add-on or upsell to a larger order to possibly save them some money, etc. Try for a cross-sell. In addition, somewhere between 20 and 60% of them will buy something else on this same call by using an upsell. If it fits your product or service, try to make a cross-sell when you sell them an ancillary accessory or complementary product or services. If you learn and use many of these closing tips and techniques, you will achieve greatness in sales. As always, please complete the assignments in your workbook. This is Stan Ballou wishing you a fantastic future.